And now from the lighting division of Rosco, Emily Stadulis is going to tell us about DMG Lumiére lights and all the other things. These aren't your first lights. You had light pads for a long time that I've used, and et cetera, but you've vastly expanded it. So tell us about DMG Lumiére.
Thank you, James. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having us today. As James mentioned, I'm here to debut our new mix line from DMG Lumiére Rosco. I have to be honest, I've been in the industry, I joke, since I was about the size of a sheet of gel. And this type of technology is what I joined Rosco for about 5 years ago. We've all seen the wave of LEDs coming. Rosco was the first manufacturer to make an LED for the film TV industry. You might remember 15 years ago, the light pad that James mentioned. And over time, we've evolved that. We've had bigger, brighter, different sizes. We now have over 7 different LED lines, but this was really the hallmark of where Rosco was going from the very beginning. We've always been a color company. We've always sought innovations in color. We have 4 different Academy Awards for some of our color technology, and I'm proud to debut the mix line today. So the mix line is a combination of 2 different types of technology to really increase and improve your workflow on set. So right here, we have the 3 different sizes that we make in both a bicolor and the full color RGB mix line. We have the mini mix, we have the SL1, and we have the maxi size. So these are all very lightweight modular fixtures that can be modified in a variety of ways. So the heads themselves are very small and lightweight while still being very rugged. So the mini size that you see there is only 3 pounds. This guy is 7 pounds. And that guy right there is 24 pounds. It's the same weight as a Lico. Yet we've got this dialed down to 5%. It will match a Sky panel at full output. So you have a lot of power in a very small form factor. There are other fixtures out there. It's pretty easy to stick some LED boards onto something and to get a lot of output though. But we really wanted to make sure that we were getting the color science correct and that we were giving you a rugged fixture that was still lightweight and able to be in the field but would last a really long time, whether that's your personal inventory or in a rental inventory. So we have a 0 plastic policy for all of our fixtures, and we have an industry innovative 5-year warranty on everything. So we really stand behind this line as something that's gonna last you for a while. You can take things on and off the stands, you can build these into set pieces, and it's all meant to be done completely toolless. So right now we've got a lollipop on there, but Phil's gonna take that off and he's gonna put a handle on completely without any tools. And Phil is not one of our lighting people, so if Phil can do this, we're in good shape. And we can keep everything on the back of the fixtures here, our power supplies, our battery mounts, our ballasts, or we can have things on a shoulder strap so that you can Hollywood things around and keep that lightweight as you're carrying your fixtures around really easily. So what we've added this year that we debuted at NAB and which quickly won the award for Best in Show for Lighting at NAB, Cinegear, Cynic, and recently Micro Salon is the full color aspect to our fixtures. So full color's been out for a while. You often hear RGB or RGBW or RGBA lights. That is definitely getting us somewhere, right? Now we can have really pretty party colors. You can, green magenta shift things really well. But a lot of those 4-chip sources or 3-chip sources are really missing something critical. You'll notice if you're putting them on skin tones and things that they're not quite looking as they should. So what we have done is we actually have, as you can see here on this color space, we have 6 proprietary LED chips that we have developed at Rosco. They're our own chips, 4 of which are actually phosphor converted. So this is really expanding the color range and the information that you're giving, not only the skin tones and your set pieces for rendering, but then also a lot more information giving back to the camera. So what you'll notice here is that, for instance, like the red is a phosphor converted red that doesn't blow out the camera sensors. So I'm gonna connect here with my handy dandy app that we're gonna get to here in a second. And I can come in here, and if you'll notice, perhaps to the eye, that may not look as a deep, rich red as you're used to seeing with an RGB light, but on the camera, it's not gonna cause those really bright highlights like you get that really blow out that sensor. So it's a lot more fuller gamut. Thank you, yes, you've got a phone so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Feel free to pull out your phone cameras as well. You'll even see it there. It's a much more robust color space. The other thing that that allows us to do is actually increase the efficiency of our LEDs on our white point. So this same fixture over here in the bicolor version is actually only 30 to 40% less output than the full color version. So we're able to maximize the efficiency of a full RGB color changing unit by adding in those extra LED chips, so you can go longer on battery and get more output in a smaller form factor. So as you can see, we've really broadened the color space. No other fixture on the market has this wide of a color gamut as we have here. So it really is increasing your ability to render different skin tones on camera and give you some different colors that you don't have access to before. Of course, Rosco being the color company, color is really important to us. Something that folks have found frustrating as the industry has been moving to RGB lights is the ability to match gels, right? We're still in a place where you might need to gel some practical fixtures on set, and oftentimes you'll put 3 to 4 fixtures up, you'll dial in the exact gel color that you're used to using, and they all look different, and they look different from the source that you're trying to match. Rosco, of course, as the filter company, and as the only filter company that makes all the different types of gel, we have the unique ability to validate those colors. So we have a worldwide team that takes a look at the color space and dials it in and makes sure that it is absolutely accurate to the eye, to the camera, to the meter, and with a DIT. So it is the most robust validation that you will see from an RGB or full color changing light on the market, which is pretty exciting. So the next thing that we've done to really improve and involve your workflow is to add some really unique ways to control and access the fixture. So we have an onboard ballast that you can see there, and we say that this is completely menuless. So all of the aspects that you are changing, your effects, your color matching, your intensity, your saturation, whether or not it's linked up to Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or the integrated Lumen radio, those are all shown right there. You're never getting lost in menus. You're never confused about what the last parameter is that you've set to. You can see it right there. And we've even made some intuitive changes based on the feedback that we've received from the field to make your lives easier. So as you hit that intensity button, not only is it going to give you the fine ability to dial down to as low as 0.1% intensity, we're the only fixture on the market that can do that and be flicker free, but as you push that button in, it's actually increasing and decreasing the intensity based on stops. So it's a very intuitive way of controlling what would otherwise be a very complex process. We have integrated Lumen Radio CRMX. We also have the ability to key in with DMX, Wi-Fi, ArtNet, any protocol that you could possibly wish to control and get access to this fixture remotely we have. What's pretty cool and unique, and one of the reasons why we won Best in Show at the various trade shows, is our app. So this is a free app on iOS, Android. You can find it and download it now if you want to play around. It's called My Mix LED. And this is something that we're making free of charge to you. So you can access this. We're not charging a licensing fee. We're not charging you for the app. And this allows you to get really easy, handy control over a wide variety of parameters in your fixture. So you can see online here that you've got the intensity parameter here. So as you just saw, I'm doing that. And what's cool is that this is not setting up and speaking to this with a separate DMX network. This is my Bluetooth that I'm relying on. So I'm not needing to buy or to set up any additional networks. If you link into your headphones or anything else, you can set up this app really easily. So it's allowing a degree of control and color to folks who ordinarily wouldn't be able to. So we can see here on my white mode, I've got really easy control. I can go from 1700 all the way up to 10,000. And I can be looking at my light while I'm doing this, right? I don't need to have my face in the app getting really tiny things. So if I need to green or magenta shift, I've got a really large trackpad to be able to do this. As we talked about, I can mix to get any of my own colors. I can match my gels. I can choose a 3200 or a 5600 Kelvin base. And then what's really cool here is, let's say maybe I'm shooting on an Arri Alexa, and I know that that camera is a little bit more sensitive to reds, and so I actually need to adjust this gel. So I can back that gel off a little bit more, maybe into the green color space, and then I can save this particular gel. I can choose where I want it to go that. And then from there, this is saved to the app. I can download this to my ballast. I can text or email this file over to my second unit and say, hey, use this particular color when we do pickup shots. So it's really increasing the ability for you to be able to manage your workflow on set. The other really cool thing I can do is I can actually take a picture of another light source, or perhaps my art director has a specific color that they're trying to reach, and I can actually match that. So this is a situation where we had recently on a music video where they had this Chicago sign outside, and they were really trying to match that for some fill. So what I can do here is go in, I'm going to take a picture of this file, and I can actually use this as a color picker to get to the color that I want. So I can pull this up here, and that's going to be able to match what I'm doing. From here, again, I can make fine adjustments if I don't feel like it did that right, but it's a great quick starting point to be able to do something that ordinarily would be very complex and take a lot of time to do. So this is an example of that fixture being used. And again, the DP and gaffer were able to do that all remotely. They could stay behind the camera. They weren't having to go and make fine adjustments to the actual back of the fixture. So we're improving the ability for you guys on set for your workflow. And this is that end result. So we're very proud to debut this line to you guys today. We do have the fixtures in the mini and the SL1 size available in rental companies here in LA, including Macam, which you have over there. They've got this size if you want to play around with that. Hook it up to your app and play around. We also have them available for rental at RST Visions in color and wood and nickel as well. So please come over and see us, play around. We'd love to show you more. Bring your favorite picture over and see how close we can get to the match. Thank you guys so very much. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Phil, again. Appreciate it.